Hello everyone, I did much research work for band biographies lately, so I read old magazines quite a lot. I always come across some weird, funny, surprising stuff there, so I thought it might be interesting to share some examples from my press collection with you. For the first run I picked 4 magazines, which are between 30 and 40 years old. There's a Rock Power from 1984, a Kerrang issue from 1983, Mezzo scene from 1992, and the first issue of Metal Prophecy. It's not dated, but probably from late 85 or early 86. Metal Prophecy was a magazine obviously interested in American power metal and thrash. Havoc, Megadeth, Overkill, Hallows Eve, Agent Steel. Havoc was a one-album wonder. They came out of nowhere, released this wonderful album and then disappeared again. Funny enough, there are 2 bands called Overkill in this magazine. One German band, Overkill from Stuttgart, is presented here with a demo, and an American band also called Overkill with a geek review from Brooklyn. The Americans were already working on their first album, so the German band decided to change their name soon afterwards. The demo section features a lot of German bands here: Darkness, Tankard, Violent Force, and I remember especially Not Fragile, whom I saw live later and then invited to record a track for my Angel Witch tribute album. But this must be the oldest pick I've ever seen of them. Running Wild get a really bad review for Branded and Exiled here. On their second album, Running Wild have absolutely nothing new to offer. They copied themselves, the vocals are monotonous. I wonder what the writer would think about the 10 albums after that. Mezzo scene specialized on grindcore, death metal and doom. It was created by a team of 4 women, unique at the time. There are few record reviews. The emphasis lies on interviews. For example, there is a nice interview with Solitude Eternus here. Also an interview with Dismember that got very short. Asking questions about their new EP, Pieces, they got replies like, there are 5 songs on it. Actually, I did an interview with Dismember myself about 10 years later, and it also was very short, so I guess these guys definitely don't talk your head off. Rock Power is a more mainstream-oriented scene, but you find good interviews with Exciter or Malice in here too. The title story is about Lita Ford, who promoted a new album, Dancing on the Edge. The writers spent a whole day in Munich with her. Lucky bastards. There's a special about the Italian metal scene, which is quite rare for the 80s. Italian metal bands were hardly ever noticed outside Italy until Rhapsody had their breakthrough. Finally, there is a review for Hellhammer, Apocalyptic Raids. It says, "This album is the worst and most disgusting ever recorded. It's an insult for anybody who ever touched a musical instrument." Kerrang had a 4-page title story about Kiss and their latest album, Lick It Up. There was a hot controversy at the time because the band had stopped using makeup. Kiss followers I've spoken to of late, however, seem to have taken the group's decision to emerge from makeup and costume as a personal slap in the face, a sure sign that the 4 are now ready to become just another rock act. However, I was never into Kiss very much. The reason why I bought this issue was probably the Witchfind interview. 2 years after the last album, the band announced their return with new singer Luther Bells and their 3rd album, Cloak and Dagger. Kerrang readers voted for the best metal single ever in this issue, and the winner was Paranoid by Black Sabbath, followed by 3 AC/DC and 3 Iron Maiden singles, all in the top 10. Just to show how much these bands dominated the metal scene at the time. Today in such a poll, you'd have 10 different bands in the top 10 because the metal scene became so much wider. One little gem in the advertising section, probably the first ever ad for Savatage. The band was so new that they had no band logo yet, but the album they just recorded would be called Sirens. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want another edition of this Metal Mag Nostalgia.